Hello everyone, this is the Curse Cast for the first time on record. It's already started. Pretty rocky, but hey, we're getting there. Everyone gonna be happy when they can hear me.
All right. You wanna start with introductions first, I guess.
Do we really? We are two mediocre people.
Yes,
We are. Can you say the names correctly so we doesn't embarrass ourselves on our introduction?
Oh.
The serious name.
Well, as in no.
The serious name.
Oh, that's what you meant by introduction. Oh no, I was meaning like legit like, oh, I'm Hine and I'm Lei or something like that. Okay, fine, no, okay, introduction. What are we gonna do? We're going to be reading Heaven Official's Blessing, or otherwise known as Tian Guan I think. I've not actually seen the actual Chinese for the title. I am just guessing. Yeah.
But yeah, hey, I think you are pretty close. You are pretty close to the right pronunciation. Like I can pronunciation, it's better anyway. So,
Tian Guan I think.
So there are two other sessions that we did. That covered the first 8 chapter and half of the 9. I mean, like 1/3 of a 9, I think.
Yeah. Okay. So,
but we didn't.
Basically, what happened? Yeah. No, basically what happened was that for the first 8 chapters, it was just Hine talking by herself. Sadly. Then after that,
don't shame me.
Yeah. So then after that, Hine dragged me into it. I do not know anything about MXTX or Heaven's Official's Blessing. So I have no idea what I'm reading. I've also read the first 8 chapters in advance. We did one previous session where we did, you want to say half, but it's actually not half. It's probably like 1/4 of chapter 9.
I was going to say 1/3 so we don't embarrass ourselves. Because we did it for an hour.
Yeah,
okay. So Control F and search for the word silver butterflies.
Silver butterflies.
Of chapter 9. Last time we create a curse content that we are very much proud about. We are very proud.
I'm just gonna say it. Hine, are you reading it now? Like, are you reading most of the text today?
Yeah.
Okay. Great. Now I get to be an asshole behind the scenes.
Okay. Is everyone ready? Anyone want to take a moment to get the munchies, the waters?
Should I go get water?
Yeah, you should go get water.
I should, right? Okay.
Don't worry, I'll cut it off.
I'll go get my charger at the same time.
Yeah.
So I'll just be back. Right.
Hello. I was just making sure we have all the things that we need before we go.
Alright.
So, welcome back.
Welcome back. Okay. I guess it's also worthy to note the people who have joined us for this particular session. We have Sarah, we have Shia, and we have Doki. Yeah.
And Anne in spirit because she doesn't have her headphones today.
Yeah.
Miss you, Anne. Alright. Let's start. I'm gonna start a little bit before the silver butterflies just to get some context. And also, apologize in advance for every name that we butchered. Just in advance.
Is it Tsu? Okay, I'm trying to see the kanji and not kanji. It's not Japanese. God damn it! I'm trying to see the Chinese, and I'm like figuring out what the kanji pinyin is. Oh, it's Tsu. It's not Tsu. Okay, Tsu. Okay, got it.
All right.
So Tian Guan Fu. Okay, correct. Okay, that's the thing we're going with now. All right. Yes, please begin. I'm so sorry.
Nanfeng thought for a moment before he replied. I haven't seen the green ghost before, so it's hard for me to say. Did that teenager have any special characteristic? Xiaolan said, Silver butterflies. Just now, when Nanfeng and Fu Yao saw the forest of corpses, their expressions could have been considered as completely calm. However, the moment he said that, Xiaolan could clearly saw the expression on their faces immediately change. Fu Yao asked in incredulous tones,
What do you say? Silver butterflies? What kind of silver butterflies?
Xiaolan sensed that he has probably said something quite important. He replied, They were silver, but they also looked as if they were made out of crystal. They were not alive, although they did look extremely beautiful. Then he saw Nanfeng and Fu Yao exchange glances. Both of their complexion became extremely ugly, paling until they were deathly white. After a while,
Wow, they can... Sorry, I just gotta say, wow, they can just join the corpses now. Sorry, that was really bad on my part.
After a while, Fu Yao spoke up in a deep voice. Deep voice.
Let's... Oh, okay, fine, deep voice, okay. Let's leave. Let's immediately leave.
Xiaolan asked, The ghost bridegroom case haven't been solved yet. How can we go? Fu Yao responded.
Solved?
Fu Yao turned around and smiled grimly.
It seems like you've truly stayed in the mortal realm for too long. The ghost bridegroom is no more than a wrath, and even if the green ghost was responsible for this forest of corpses, he's just a near devastation and will only give us a headache.
After pausing again, Fu Yao's tone unexpectedly became quite stern.
However, do you know who the master of those silver butterflies is?
Xiaolan honestly replied, I don't know. Fu Yao stiffly said,
Even if you don't know, currently we don't have enough time to explain it to you. In short, it's not someone you can go against. You should just hurry back to the heavens and send off some rescue squad soldiers.
You did rescue. Xiaolan replied, Then you return first.
You...
Xiaolan explained, the owner of those silver butterflies didn't refuse any malice. And if he had been hiding his evil intentions and is truly as scary as you make him out to be, then I'm afraid it would be hard for us to escape him when we are within Mount Yuzhen range. At this time, it's best if someone stays back and guards this place. That's why it's better if you return first and see if you can help me by sending over a rescue squad. He could tell that Fu Yao didn't want to stay here and deal with these troublesome things. Since he didn't want to stay, Xiaolan definitely wouldn't force him to reluctantly stay here. Fu Yao was precisely a straightforward kind of person. Without another word, he brushed his sleeve and actually left. Ooh.
I mean, valid. Fu Yao is valid.
Like, bitch, bye, I'm out of here.
Goodbye.
In this case, he is not paying enough for this.
It's not today.
Not today.
Possibly Satan.
Mm-hmm.
Not today. Okay.
He is actually not paying enough for this. He even go against his what is the worst again? I'm not gonna say manager because he's not general. Yes.
In general.
Yeah, he go against his general to be here. So he gonna get scalded, and now there's some, according to him, very bad situation. So he is gonna like, nope, not today. Bye.
Okay.
Yeah. I can understand that, I guess.
Yeah, it's fair. I mean,
Xiaolan turned towards
not everyone
Nanfeng.
wants to die.
He was about to speak up, thoroughly questioned the small martial gods about that teenager. However, the crowd of people suddenly in an uproar. Someone exclaimed,
Oh, it's my turn. Okay, sorry. Caught it! We caught it!
With this, Xiaolan didn't have any time to ask Nanfeng more questions. He immediately asked, What did you catch? Two bloody figures began walking out of the forest. One was a strong...
A good sign.
Yeah, okay. One was a strong and buff man. He had been one of the people who had taken the lead in rushing into the forest. Surprisingly, he hadn't been scared into retreating because of a forest of corpses, rain of blood. He could truly be considered as someone daring and fearless. Oh, who just started? Hi, Ningfeng.
Welcome, Ningfeng. Alright, so.
Welcome.
Also, thank you, Doki, for sending me the Chinese words. I mean, the Chinese, like all their Chinese names. So, yeah, greater accuracy.
Nice.
谢莲花城 okay 花城三郎 oh is it 三郎 actually no 三郎
Yeah.
落叶是南风扶摇 okay I think I got it. I'll double check the 落叶 because I'm pretty sure I said it wrongly. Yes, but please continue.
The other figure was the young boy he had been dragging out with his hand in a death grip. This young teenager had bandages wrapped around his head and face in a messy manner. Xiang still remembered what the tea sommelier from the chance encounter with the store had said. Rumors stated that I really want to break out my voice mod and do like a
Old person voice?
No, the echo in the cave, because this is a recall back from the memory.
Oh right, yeah. I mean, if you have it, you can.
I can, but I have to like reroute my recording. Should I? I have one.
弱邪灵 no, it's 野 oh my god, okay, I hate words that can be pronounced two ways. Okay, yeah.
Yep.
Ling. Okay. No, nothing. I'm just looking at more Chinese.
Okay. Hold. I should be able to.
Wiktionary. Okay. Yeah, Wiktionary, help me. Oh, it's 第二声, so 野 弱野
Okay.
Okay.
I would
Yes,
set
okay.
that up next time. Rumor stated that the ghost bridegroom is an ugly creature that lives on Mount Jun. Because he was born too ugly, no woman would like him. This is why his heart gave birth to resentment, and why he would snatch other men's brides to prevent the couple from experiencing a happy occasion. At the time, Xiang and his team had thought that it was just a rumor. Unexpectedly, there really was a person like this. But him existing was just him existing. Whether or not he was the ghost bridegroom was another matter entirely. Xiang was just about to carefully take a look at this bandaged young teenager when suddenly little Ying rushed over and exclaimed, "You guys were wrong. This isn't the ghost bridegroom. He isn't," the youngster retorted. You want to take the youngster? It's yours.
Oh, wait, is this another youngster? Listen, man, there's too many young people with bandages here. Okay, hang on.
No, that's the youngster.
Oh, it's like the same young
Yes,
leader.
yes.
Okay, fine. Oh my god, it's the asshole. Shit. Okay.
Be an asshole.
He got caught. He got caught red-handed at the scene, and you still say he isn't?
He suddenly stopped talking before he looked as if he realized something.
Oh, I kept asking you why you were so weird. Always continuously going, it's not. It turns out you were colluding with the... I can't read! It turns out you were colluding with the ghost bridegroom.
Little Ying was startled by his accusation and began repeatedly waving her hand. No, I'm not involved. He isn't either. Really hasn't done anything before. He's just an ordinary... the youngster aggressively asked.
An ordinary what? An ordinary ugly creature?
He carelessly grabbed the top of the bandage teenager head twice.
Then let us take a peek at what this ordinary ghost bridegroom looks like, to be so fond of robbing other men of their wives. I feel like he should be more angry and not like...
No, he's like, let me show you what you're wrong or something. Yeah.
それは違うよ.
His two movements caused some of the boy's bandages to loosen. That induced the young teenager into hugging his head before screaming. His voice was brimming with fear, sounding extremely mournful, yet extremely pitiful as well. Xiang grabbed the youngster's elbow and said, "Enough!" Hear the young boy's miserable screams. Little Ying's tear immediately began rolling down her face. However, when she saw Xiang stepped in, she looked as if she saw her light of hope. Immediately, she clutched his sleeve and begged, Young lord, help me! Help him!" Xiang glanced at her. Little Ying immediately let go of his sleeve in an embarrassed manner. Okay. She looked as if she was afraid that he would dislike her because she had touched him, and thus wouldn't help her anymore. Xiang comforted her. "It's alright." Then he took...
Sorry, I like to like interrupt here because at this point in time, like I have not forgotten the fact that Xie Lian is actually still wearing like
yeah, I forgot that for a
wedding
second.
dress.
I forgot
with,
that for a second.
With like makeup. It's like imagine like it's like the in a China that like, you know, it's very patriarchal and there's probably not a lot of female rights. Could you just imagine like someone like, and like it's also established that he looks like female, like he looks like a beautiful young woman, and then like he opens his mouth and then it's just like enough. Like, I feel that people would just be like, what the fuck?
Yeah, it's gonna look like it's not coming from him.
Yeah, right.
What?
But anyway, that's just... And also another thing I want to raise is that, holy shit, there is a lot of bandages in this story so far.
Dazai would be proud.
Dazai would be proud.
But there is a smart bandages in this bunch, and we love it.
It's like, no, I just shit. It's like the virgin bandage versus the Chen Ruoye silk.
Ruoye or something.
The virgin bandage can't stay in place. Always easily bloodied. Ruoye silk can move very fast, very easily. Can snap the neck of its enemies.
It's like your bandages,
sorry,
my bandages. Clearly more superior.
I can't wait for the bandage to be a plot device.
I just hope that bandages is gonna be like a part of the story. Like it's too smart.
It's like a main theme. It's like the same, you know, it's like the same thing as like the guy with the butterflies. It's just this whole story on bandages.
I hope. I just hope it plays into the story nicely, because not just plot device. Like, baby, give it some personality. I like it.
Bandages with personality.
Who knows, man? Who knows? Like, it's not dependent. Look, the thing that I think about is because the bandages doesn't rely on Xialan blessing, like the power. So I mean, maybe it's have its own, like it have its own mind or something. Who knows?
Okay, so what I'm guessing right now is that, like, looking at how Ruoye kind of does things, I'm akinning it to how, like, Doctor Strange's cloak works, like, in the Marvel Cinematic Universe. Like, because the cloak can just move around by itself. So, like, yeah, that's, like, kind of what I think. Personally, I would hope that they will also give... Okay, but knowing this story, I wouldn't put it past them to be like, hey, Ruoye used to be this person, and then he kind of screwed up, so we made him into a bunch of bandages. Haha, for his punishment. Like, if that was something that happened, I wouldn't be surprised also. It's also not the first time that any, like, Chinese story would have done that. I say looking at CUT.
Makes sense.
Yeah.
But if the bandages is a whole person entirely, just my saying is that I just wonder the relationship between Xiang and the bandages, Ruyi, because who the fuck would let something wrapped around your freaking neck if you don't trust it?
I mean, yeah, that's true.
Yeah, right? Because it clearly can snap people's neck off.
Yeah. Okay, other thing is... Okay, it's not really speculation, it's just something that I hope that will happen. If Roye is in fact another, like, a separate entity that is not controlled by Xiang, I am hoping that, like... Okay, I'm not sure, like, how funny this entire series can possibly get, but, like, if you just had parts where, like, Roye, like, protects,
He protects. He really protects.
Yeah, it's in, like, protects Xiang,
Yeah.
like, on its own. I think it would be pretty cool. Because the thing is that Xiang just gave the instructions of, hey, murder the enemies. So, we kind of know that Roye does have the ability to at least, like, see what's around it, I guess, so that it can participate in quote-unquote combat. So I was like thinking whether there will be a time where, like, let's say Xiang is like sleeping and then there's like danger, and then like someone wants to attack Xiang, and then all of a sudden they're attacked by freaking bandages of all things. I don't know. I'm not sure. But I don't think that's how it works. Because currently, as we see Roye, like how it works, it kind of seems to require Xiang to kind of control it. But if it's something that happens, I'll be really surprised. If Roye kind of acts like a dog, in which it's very protective towards its owner regarding some people who know about its existence, I think it'd be quite funny also. Personally, it's like if the other it's like if the other person that Xiang is supposed to be shipped with, like, if he comes and then like Roy just comes forward and just like slaps him.
Like, if someone,
I just feel like that would be really funny.
Someone like just touched him inappropriately, and Ruye just slap him in the face, like bitch, stop.
Roy is like the ultimate protector, but also like the ultimate cock block.
First thing though, if I okay, this is I'm just saying, but this is just a thing that I noticed, that there are some I saw many 18 plus couple drawing of Xiang, and I many times I saw Ruyi is still on his body, so I'm like, if this is essential, what's the words for like being, like a living being, like
yeah, if it's like
an entity, it's like a living entity,
sentient entity,
then wouldn't be aware of what its owner is doing, wouldn't it?
Maybe.
So I'm just saying, this is some kind of low-key, very low-key exhibitionist of
voyeurism.
Yes, that. I'm just saying, it's half that.
Okay.
Mm-hmm. Okay, let's get back to the story. We are way off.
I'm just saying, man, bandages like come across. It's like in this story like really often.
Okay.
It's like, no, imagine you have like character ranking, so you rank like best boys, and then you proceed to rank best bandages, and then Roy is at the top of the list.
Yeah, he's bad bandages. He protect, he cover, and he protect. He's a good boy.
He attack, he protect.
Okay, let's continue.
But anyway, okay. Yeah.
Then he took another look at his bandaged teenager covered in blood. Suddenly, he noticed that the boy was looking at him with a pair of bloodshot eyes. In fact, he had been peeking at him through the gap between his bandages hanging from his arms. The teenager had only stolen a single glance before he immediately bowed his head against to redo his bandages. Although he had an exposed face and little skin had been revealed, was already extremely frightening. It looks as if his skin had been burned by a fierce fire. Oh, ouch. It wasn't hard to imagine what kind of horrific face he would have under his bandages. It made other people suck in a breath of cold air, and that reaction made the young teenager shrink in on himself even more. Xiang noticed that unexpectedly, both the Ying and the teenager cowered. Cowered in the same manner.
Coward, yeah.
Cowered in the same manner, as if they didn't see the sea light all year round, and as if they didn't dare to meet people either. As Xiang sighs in his heart, the youngster beside him became more on guard.
What do you want to do? I can't say ghost bridegroom properly, I'm sorry.
Yeah.
The ghost bridegroom was caught by us.
Xiang let him go and explain. I'm afraid it wouldn't be that simple for you guys to capture the ghost bridegroom. Just now, my friend has searched for him in the vicinity and didn't find him. This boy probably only came afterward. The real ghost bridegroom should still be hiding somewhere else. Liu Ying summoned her courage and said, You want the reward, but you can randomly grab people and claim they are guilty.
The prosecutors say that you are wrong. All prosecutors can actually just grab people and claim that they are guilty. It's kind of their job.
The ghost bridegroom.
Okay, I'm sorry. I'm so sorry.
The way you write ghost bridegroom, beholds bridegroom.
No, every time I see ghost bridegroom, my brain is like boast bridegroom.
Good stuff.
Okay.
When the youngster heard that, he once again wanted to make a move. Ever since this case began, this guy kept causing trouble for Xiang. At the end of his patience, Xiang waved his hand. The Sir Ruyi abruptly shot out and slapped. Oh, he bitch slapped someone. Oh, Ruyi did slap someone.
Roye is still at the top of the best bandages list.
Good use. Just slap him in the face. Yeah. Swiftly gave the youngster. Wait, hold on. Yeah. Oh, wait. Oh. The Silk Rouye abruptly shot out and slapped the youngster, causing him to take a tumble. It seemed that Nangfun had also reached his limit, for he swiftly gave the youngster another kick. Ooh, wombo combo! Finally, the youngster hit the ground and didn't get up again. Uh-oh.
Well, I'm very happy that number one, I most likely do not have to voice this asshole again. But the other thing is that, wait, do we just kind of ignore the fact that Nanfeng kicked him? Like, cause, Roye bitch slapping someone is okay, because it was a slap. It's not like he went over and like snapped his neck. But the thing is that, haven't we kind of established that if Nanfeng like puts out his hand, he can destroy an entire pillar? So if he put the same amount of force in like kicking the young leader, there is absolutely all the reason why the youngster did not get up again. Just saying.
I hope it's not like that.
It's like book theory. If Nanfeng put as much force in his kick as he did with like when he struck the pillar down, how dead is the youngster?
Like I hope he doesn't snap in half.
Yeah.
That would be very gruesome.
Okay, anyway.
Logistically, he could be snapped in half. Okay. The youngster was a specialist in stirring up trouble. When he stopped moving, the crowd didn't know who they should follow. Thus, they became rather well behaved. In fact, even after a few sparse shouts, they couldn't create a disturbance. In his heart, Xiang thought, I can finally begin handling affairs. All it takes was a slap in the face and a kick in the gut. Nice.
All according to Keikaku.
Yeah.
Yeah.
After sizing up the young teenager on the ground for a moment, Xiang asked, Were you the person who threw that stone into the window? And although his voice sounded gentle, that young teenager still shook like a bamboo sieve. Sieve, right? Yeah.
Yes, yeah.
He once again took a secret peek at Xialan before he nodded his head. Little Ying replied in his stead and said, "He doesn't want to hurt anyone. He only saw how the youngster looked, as if he was going to hit me, so he wanted to help me." Xialan questioned the teenagers again. "Those corpses hanging in the trees. You know what's going on there?" Little Ying replied, "I don't know what's going on, but I definitely know that the corpses weren't hung up by him." The teenager kept trembling, but he still began continuously nodding his head. Nangfen, who had been staring at him, suddenly asked, "Do you know who Green Ghost?" What? Qi Rong?
Yeah, wrong.
Qi Rong is.
I hate this already, cause like I know someone in real life called Tirong.
Oh.
So
Oh, really?
yeah. But I'm pretty it's probably not going to be the same it's not gonna be the same characters, but I do know someone who's called Tirong.
Oh.
So
but
yeah.
Wait.
I hate this.
Does that person know the series?
No, probably not.
You probably should tell them to see the series.
Maybe
because
I
it's
should.
really rare to get someone the exact name as yours in a Chinese. I repeat, in a Chinese
no.
one.
As in, I mean, like, it's not okay. Fine, yeah, I guess. But I think getting the characters to be similar would be even scarier.
Yeah.
But yes.
Also, Sarah asking, are you a good friend with them?
Am I good friends with them? Not really. I mean, like, we were like classmates, so we haven't contacted each other.
Yeah.
But
so
yeah.
it's just a person that you know. It's not really your friend, huh?
Yeah, it's not really my friend per se. Yes.
Okay, but there is a Tudong person in the world that you know. I hope this.
Yeah, just know that there is someone out there in the world named Tirong.
Oh God, Sarah said that that's too bad. If you knew them, well, you would be dying later. It's just the truth. Well, he is devastating. The devastate rank. So right, he wants of the yeah. No, wait, he's a calamity. You know. Yeah. Oh wait, calamity and devastate is the same thing. Okay. Yeah.
Okay. Is it?
He's not the top level.
No, he's not. He's not devastation. Devastation's the highest level, I think, if I remember.
Is it Kuro? It's just a raft?
Is it?
Or is it near? Is it near devastation?
The near devastation, yeah.
Yeah. Okay. Yeah. To what Xialan said last time. Why is there a near devastation? God dang it! You make things so complicated. When he heard the name, Xialan became slightly startled. On the other hand, the teenager looked obviously aghast. He hadn't reacted at all towards that name, and he also didn't dare reply to Nangfen. Little Ying said, He just scared and doesn't dare to speak." She kept trying to protect this strange teenager at all costs. Thus, Xialan asked in a warm tone, Young lady Little Ying, what's the matter with this child? Whatever you know, let me hear about it first." When she saw Xialan, it seemed as if Little Ying managed to summon a bit of courage. Even when the flame of the fire illuminated her face, she didn't hide. Instead, she wrung together her hands, and she said, "He really hasn't done any misdeed. This child only lives on Mount Yuzhen. When he becomes too hungry, he go down the mountain and steal some food to eat. Once, he happened to end up in my house. I saw that he didn't really know how to speak, and that furthermore, there were wounds on his face, so I found some cloth bandages to wrap up his face, and sometime I would send him some food to eat." Originally, Xialan thought that these two were perhaps a couple. However, now it seems as if Little Ying's protection for this teenager was more like an older sister protection to her younger brother. So much that she resembled a senior who took care of their juniors. Little Ying continued to speak. Afterwards, there were a lot of people who gathered who began believing that he was the ghost bridegroom. I couldn't do anything about it and could only hope that someone would quickly catch the genuine evildoer. I thought that since young lord and your companions are this powerful, even if you disguise yourself as a bride to catch that ghost bridegroom, in the very least you definitely won't catch the wrong person. This is because he absolutely wouldn't go and rob your merits, sedan. I miss the sedan. I really miss the sedan.
Oh god, I keep forgetting about it. No.
However, who would have known that after I left, I heard that the youngster and his team intended to go up and search the mountain as well. I was truly too worried, and so I secretly followed them up to take a look. She stepped in front of the teenager.
I'm so confused. Oh my god. Okay. No, you can. I'm just really confused now because at one point in time I was like, yeah, I'm pretty sure it's Little Ying, and then now it's like, hey, new character. I'm like, shit, god damn it.
Like, what's going on?
What's going on? Okay, I'll continue speculating again without any form of evidence. I know that, okay, so one of, I think, the biggest guesses from, like, the readers who have been, oh, Little Ying is the, ghost bridegroom. I have another theory which I don't think is true, but I'll throw out there anyway. So, what's it called? Right, okay. So, Fu Yao, right, was sent out by Xie Lian to go and
search around.
Check the rest, to search the rest of the mountain to see whether the ghost bridegroom was there. I mean, there's a possibility that the Fu Yao that returned is not the actual Fu Yao, but I really don't think that the theory is true.
Okay, that's a good guess.
It's something that I'll just throw out, I guess. So it's like other things. Like, I like to think about things like, hey, what if this happened? You know, that kind of thing. Another thing that I shared with Hine on the on DMs and not said here, well, I'm gonna say it now, is that it's not speculation. It's just something that I hope will happen, or I would be very surprised if it happened. Is that if in the beginning Fu Yao is shown to constantly be rolling his eyes, I thought that it would be funny, or haha, it's a reference or foreshadowing. If later on in the story his eyes really get screwed over, I don't know, but that's just me. I'll be like, if that happened, I'll be like, wow, that's brilliant writing. But I really don't think that it will go that way. Like, if the writer had the same brain cell as me, then they'll probably be like, oh yeah, we're gonna make him like roll his eyes a lot, and then after that we're gonna make him lose his eyes so he can never roll them again. But then,
no, that's really sad. Don't say that. Oh my god.
But I don't think that's gonna happen.
I mean, his eye rolling is funny and kind of annoying, but man, I wouldn't want him to stop rolling his eye because he don't have his eye. That's fucked up, man. That's fucked up.
I was just. Okay, listen, the only thing I know about Tian Guan is that it's really angsty. So everything I think of now is like angst. Because the thing is, if I think the angst to be worse than it actually is, the actual angst won't be too bad.
Oh, now you're making me nervous.
Yeah.
Where are you throwing theory like this, man?
Listen, man, like, on one server I'm called like Fluff Master, okay? But like, when it comes to angst, I will pull all the stops.
Stop.
Yes,
you two stop laughing in the chat.
Hee.
Well, anyway,
Yeah.
I hope his eye's okay.
Yeah.
Whew. Where was I?
The hamsters will not be fine.
the sedan.
Yes, okay. The sedan.
Always remember the sedan. However, who would have known that after I left, I heard the youngs. Oh wait, that's part already done. She stepped in front of the teenager to protect him, as if she was afraid that someone was going to hit him again. Then she began defending the teenager once again. He truly isn't the ghost bridegroom. Look at him. Once a few people who were able to beat him up in this state. How would he have been able to beat all of those military officials who had accompanied the bride's sedan?
Oops, sorry.
Sedan.
Acting. God damn it. all acting. That's how he would have been able to do it. But like, okay, sure, okay, we're just gonna let that slide.
Yeah.
Sure.
Yeah, there's still a little possibilities, but let's just see where it goes. Xiang exchanged glances with Nongfen, both feeling an extreme headache. An extreme headaches. Where did the Li come from? If what Liu Ying had said was the truth, then wasn't this teenager completely unrelated to their current assignment? The bandaged teenager, the ghost bridegroom, Wrath, the near-devastation green ghost. Oh, and they couldn't forget that the powerful master of those silver butterflies, someone who could even make the complexion of a heavenly official face change when they were brought up in a conversation. A small Maoyunjin actually had this many guests who kept visiting it. It really made impossible for people to deal with this. Who was who? Who had a relationship with who? Xiang felt his head swimming. Who have a relationship with who? Xiang rubbed the spot between his eyebrows. For the time being, he didn't ponder over how much Liu Ying's words were genuine or false. Instead, he suddenly recalled a question that he always wanted to ask. Young lady Liu Ying, have you always been living around Maoyunjin area? Liu Ying replied, that's right, I have always been living here, so I can guarantee that he has never done anything bad. Any bad things. In response to that, Xiang said, no, I wanted to ask you another question. In the Maoyunjin region, other than the temple here, has any other Mingguan temples been built? Liu Ying stared blankly for a moment. After thinking over, she continued to speak. Yes, they should have been built. When he heard her answer like this, Xiang suddenly had a faint feeling that he had stumbled upon something quite important. He asked, then why is that under the mountain only Nangyang Temple were built, not Mingguan temples? Liu Ying scratched her head before answering. It has indeed been built before. However, I have heard that whenever they make a decision to build a Mingguan temple, the temple would always catch on fire for no reason before it was completed. Someone then said that they were afraid of General Mingguan had a reason for unable to safeguard this place. Thus, they choose to build a Nangyang temple instead. Nongfen noticed that Xiang's gaze had been focused. He asked, what's wrong? Xiang suddenly realized that everything was too simple. The brides that couldn't smile, the temple that caught on fire for no reason, the Mingguan temple locked up by the befuddling array. General Pei... Yeah?
A befuddling.
Yeah, befuddling array.
But yes.
General Pei, impressive-looking godly statue, and the ghost bridegroom, who had disappeared after it was hit by the silk rouille. It was too simple. However, something had been continuously blocked his line of sight, making Xiang unaware of this simple fact from the very start. He suddenly grabbed on Nongfen and exclaimed, lend me some spiritual energy. Being grabbed like this, Nongfen stared blankly for a moment before he hastily slapped his palm against Xiang's hand. He once again...
I had to do it.
Yay! Yeah, can you imagine like a people around who doesn't have any fucking idea what is going on? And then he just saw this two-person fucking high five. Yeah!
Yeah, high five.
He once again asked, what's going on? Xiang dragged him along as he began running. I will explain later. For now, think of a way to subdue the corpses of those 18 brides. Nongfen asked, wait, 18? I thought it was 17. 18?
Just read. Come on. Just read. I already read the last 2 lines, so just read.
Huh.
Hine, just read.
No
Hine,
funniness.
just read.
Are you confused? There's only 17 brides. See? Unless we add on
Yes,
YouTube make 18. Xialan replied, No. Before, there have been 17 corpses, but now there's 18. Within the corpses of those 18 brides, there's that fake. The ghost bridegroom had mixed itself in. Oh, you're smart, bro. You're smart. Huh. Makes sense because before everyone like kind of busted in, there's sounds of like uncovering the Then who's ran out? Because he saw someone ran out, right?
Yeah.
He did saw someone ran
No,
out.
I think it previously ran out, then it just kind of mixed itself in again. I think that's what happened.
Like,
so like so when Ruoye like slapped the ghost ran out. Then when the entire like party of fucked up people came along, then it just kind of blended itself within the ghost brides, within the brides again. Because that's totally possible because Xie Lian and Gang would have been all confused and distracted with whatever was going on in the party.
Yeah.
And like going on like within the people. Why, you know, there's like that rowdy ass youngster and also Little Ing. So
Yeah.
it would have been, yeah, it's not unbelievable to say that the ghost just kind of slid back in after that. Which is, woo, alright.
Okay. On to chapter 10. The mountain locked.
Also, oh, you've already loaded it. Shit. Okay, wait. Another thing is like, what was I gonna say? Right. Yeah, we are recording.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, Doki, we're recording.
We are recording.
Yeah, it's true. We're recording. Yeah, we're recording everything so that if actually one of our wild ass guesses is true, then we'll just kind of dig it up later and we'll be like, ha, I said it. Like there's one point in time, it's so far away. Yeah, that kind of thing.
Doki. I thought it's like 5 a.m. for you. Why you're still sleeping?
Doki needs sleep. Just let Doki sleep.
I thought you just woke up.
We're just waiting for a reply. What was I going to do? Right. Currently I still don't particularly understand why the Mingguang temples was set on fire. Was it Mingguang that was set on fire, or was it the other one? Sorry, Doki.
Sorry, Doki. So far, I think the Mingguang temple have something to do with the child, because they did mention that he had burn marks.
Yeah.
Yeah. So.
But the thing is,
yeah,
I don't understand how Xie Lian got to the conclusion of, hey, this temple keeps for this one god keeps getting burned up. Haha, the ghost is with us. Like, bro, the shit. I don't know. Currently I still don't see the full logic or reasoning behind it. But I'm just gonna continue hoping that Xie Lian will explain why he thought that. If he's just like, oh, I had a feeling, then I'll be like, well, fuck you too. You know, that kind of thing.
Oh no.
So yeah. Alright, let's continue. Goodbye, Doki. Please sleep well if you're planning to sleep. Yes. Good night.
Good night.
Yes.
Or
continue.
good morning, because technically it's 5 or 6 over there.
Ohio, but not really.
Ohio, but not really. Alright. Good morning. Good morning.
Yes.
Alright, back to the thing.
Next, chapter 10.
The mountains blocked Asian temple, the forest of hanging corpses. The two of them rushed back into the Mingguang temple. However, the main hall was now completely empty. The only thing that remained in place are the brides from before was a hideous mess of red veils. Upon seeing this, Xialan thought in his head, "This is bad, so bad. They are gonna die, totally die. He began rapidly pick up the veils on the ground. The moment he finished, he heard a wave of alarm cries from the outside of the temple. Nangfen and Xiang took a look outside the window, only to see a dozen or so women dressed in scarlet wedding clothes encircling the villagers. Right now, they were slowly approaching them. Each of these women's faces were deathly pale and decorated with a smile. Their hands were stretched out in front of them, perpendicularly to their bodies.
Did it become 僵尸? What the
Yeah,
fuck?
like
Okay,
living,
sorry.
like the jumping corpses.
Listen, man.
Yeah,
no, cause like the thing is, right? Okay, yeah, I was gonna say number 1. Wow, that sounds like a stereotypical zombie. But number 2, it's I think the very specific walking style of a 僵尸. But the thing about a 僵尸 is that it will almost always have a talisman on its head. So but never mind. There is a footnote we will get to. Oh wait, no! Oh my god! It actually opens and say, oh my god! It can open up, and it's an oh my god! It's a note. I believe this is most likely referring to 僵尸, which are the Chinese equivalent of a love child between a Western vampire and zombie. They are undead creatures that hop around with their arms stretched out in front of them. And because their bodies are stiff, they cannot bend their limbs.
Yeah.
Yes. Okay.
Yeah, I know
Alright.
exactly.
My Chinese mythology is not shit. Yeah.
Also, another question is usually Jiangxi is being controlled by other people.
Is that a question? I don't think so. Like, okay, I'm not particularly certain, but 僵尸 usually they are alive because of the talisman attached to their forehead. Usually.
But then
So,
someone has
I
to
think
make the talisman.
Yeah, someone has to make the talisman, but I'm not sure whether like someone will have to be actively controlling it. Yeah. Like, I know what 僵尸 is, I don't really know how it works, but I think one way to like disable a 僵尸 is to rip the talisman off their heads, I think. So yeah, cool, but this time they actually don't have talisman, and the ironic thing, I guess, is that all these brides became 僵尸 after you actually ripped the veil off their heads, not because you actually put something on their heads.
Oh.
But anyway, that's just extra shit for me. So yeah.
Or maybe because they have the veil on their head, so they don't see the person to like jump to.
Oh, actually, that's actually also pretty true. Yeah. But okay lah. I know 僵尸 is stereotypically depicted with a talisman on their forehead, but I'm actually not even sure whether that is necessary. I know that the Japanese also have a similar version of 僵尸. I'm not sure what it's called, but I know that it's also like it's also in their mythology because of how many characters kind of dress up as it for like anime Halloween shit. So, yeah, and like it's always constantly depicted by the talisman on their forehead. So anyway, yes, okay.
It's always depicted with the talisman on their heads.
Yeah.
Okay, let's continue. These were precisely the corpses of the brides in the temple. None of the villagers could remain calm as they helplessly watched the brides closing in on them. Nobody had time to deal with that bandaged teenager anymore and immediately broke into a run. Little Ying promptly went over to support the teenagers as Xiang helpless said, "Don't run!" Who knew how many times?
Why are you running?
Why are you running? Well, I mean, everyone knows why they are running. Just don't.
It's like you imagine the brides, they go towards them and then they start running, and then like the brides are like, "Why are you running?" But the thing is, like, their arms are like stretched out in front of them. Oh shit. Okay. I'm sorry. I keep destroying any form of imagery the story presents to me by injecting it with shitty memes. Okay. Sorry.
It's like, hey,
Yes,
now
okay.
sketch and just, why are you running?
Why are you running? Yeah.
Who knows how many times he has already said that phrase tonight? Every time something happened, Xiang would have to say it at least 30 to 40 times. However, there would always be people who turn a deaf ear to his warning. He truly quite helpless.
Okay, Xie Lian, honey, no matter what you say, there are some people who just won't listen to you. It's kind of a thing that you have to learn. It's kind of a thing.
Like, yeah, unless
Just because
you have some type of authoritative
brainwash ability. Yeah.
authoritative.
No, even if you're authority, there'll be some assholes who just won't listen to you, and that's a fact because humans are all kind of assholes. So yeah.
Xie Lan waved his hand in the silk ruye. Ru Xie, Ru Ye. I always say that. Ruye.
Yeah.
Began flying out toward the sky. After casually making a hand sign, he still have to control it, huh? The silk ruye.
Shit. Like, because he was like casually making a hand sign. My brain immediately went to the most obscene hand sign.
just gonna fucking flip a middle finger to like the ghost, and like
it's like this it's like they're communicating, and then he just flips the middle finger, and then this is the sign of fuck them up.
Yeah, Ru Xie, fuck them up. Oh no. Oh no.
Shit,
oh just gonna flip. Xie Lan just gonna flip someone off. And like, I was thinking something along a line of Naruto, which at least make more sense than you're flipping them off.
Shut up, man. I don't.
God dang it.
Oh my god.
After casually making a hand sign, the silk Ru Xie. What was it again? Ruye. Okay, I need to get used to that. Began whirling around in the air by itself. It looked as if it was a heavenly woman randomly dancing about, a sight that was extremely eye-catching. And when the group of brides saw that there was something lively spinning around in a cheerful manner, something whose tail would whip them from time to time, many of those brides were whirled over by the silk. That's kinky, man. They are dead people. God dang.
Everyone's gonna get king-shamed whether they're alive or dead. Listen, man, we've established that people in heaven are assholes. Why can I not king-shame the dead?
No, these are dead people, man.
Yeah,
they're not heavily official.
Okay.
However, there were 7 more brides that were attracted by the heavy scent of blood within the depths of the forest. They were currently slowly hopping over there. Oh, they do hop. Oh, so it's really close to Jiangxin.
Yeah, no, as in like the note that I read just now, where it was like, I believe this is most likely referring to Jiangshi. Like that is like the that's the translator's note. Yeah. Like I was reading that out loud. Yeah. So
Xian immediately said, "Nangfen, catch up to them. Don't let them go down the mountain." Ew. There were no need to say anymore because Nangfen had already begun chasing after them. On the other hand, 2 brides began attacking Xie Lan. Their 10th finger was scarlet red, and their fingernails were extremely sharp as they reached over. In response, Xie Lan took out 2 veils that he just picked up from the ground before he suddenly threw them. The veil flew out as they spun in the air, before neatly covering the heads of the 2 brides. Immediately, their action becomes sluggish.
Question. How do you throw like a floaty-ass piece of cloth for it to cover the heads of 2 brides? Like,
I was about
throwing
to say
something
that's
like,
really some.
Yes, throwing something that's like solid and like throwing something that's like solid and like directional. Like if I throw you a pen, it's like okay, but you can't ever really throw a piece of cloth or a piece of paper properly. To be honest.
Yeah, it's kind of like flapping.
Hey. Yeah, right. It just flows, right. This just means that number 1, either the veils are insanely big and the brides were very close to him, or number 2, Xie Lian has just
Dude.
insane amount of luck. I'm pretty sure like that's the case. Anyway, that's nitpicking.
Does he really have the luck though? I think he just good with his trick shot.
Yeah.
Yeah.
He starts like a trick shot channel where like he just throws veils on random shit.
He's the marriage trick shot. He throw people on the sedan. He throw veils on people. He throw rings on their fingers. Damn, that's some good trick shot, man.
It's like, it's like, how people usually like cover stuff they don't want other people see with a cloth. And so like,
he covering
just,
that kind of market.
Yeah, he covers the whole thing.
He covered the market.
In like
people start
like,
throwing
singular
solid shit. People be throwing like milk carton and keys and like fucking plastic glass or something, plastic cups. I mean, this dude is just throwing things with like fabric things. Damn.
Fabric, paper, and like it lands perfectly in place.
Yeah, he's drawing a square on the fucking floor and he just throw it and it's landed and it just expand exactly where the square is. They're like fucking perfect, right on.
Yeah,
damn.
That's it. Like
that's him. That's his fucking channel.
It's like a modern day AU where Xiang is a trick shot YouTuber, except the trick shots are freaking cloth.
He's a trick shot master. What else he would be? He's a trick shot master. Hell yeah.
Okay, anyways.
Sure enough, the moment they were covered with the veils, their nose and eyes were blocked by a thick layer of cloth. The brides became no longer able to see the shadows of people or smell the scent of living.
Oh, you were right.
I was right.
Yeah.
And because their bodies were stuffed with corpses, it was impossible for them to bend their arms and take off those veils by themselves. Ooh, interesting, huh? They could only stretch out their hands and randomly claw frantically in all directions, as if they were playing a game of hide and seek. This scene was truly frightening yet comical at the same time. Xiang stood in front of the two brides and waved his hands in front of their covered face in a probing manner. When he saw how they were completely unaware of his presence, instead of began stretching their hands out in opposite direction, Xiang began to think. After a moment, he finally couldn't hold back and said, "Excuse me for this." Did he just T-boast them?
No, probably not.
Like, he stretched their arm out in opposite direction, and I kind of imagine that the brides are now doing a T-pose.
No, I'm pretty sure they just kind of like their arms just went the opposite. No, cause like they started. Oh no, the bride is confused. What shall she do? She starts T-posing. And then if I'm unable to attack people, I might as well just assert my dominance.
But you would think that it would be pretty hard, like, to attack people when you can only hop and your hands are sideways. It would be pretty hard.
Okay.
Xiang grabbed a hand from each bride and before placing them on each other's neck. Ew. The two brides suddenly touched something and were very surprised. Since they couldn't see anything, they began fiercely to destroy each other. Uh-oh. Xiang quickly ran away before... Huh?
I mean, the good thing is that most of these brides are kind of like dead, and like their family members are probably no longer around. So like maybe you shouldn't feel so bad for it. But if you think about it, it's still kind of fucked up.
Hopefully their bodies is still intact. Hopefully.
No way, man. They say, dude, since they couldn't see anything, they begin to fiercely destroy each other. It's basically like the stiffest cat fight you're ever gonna see.
Also, they have sharp nails.
Yeah, right?
Yikes.
It's the stiffest cat fight you're gonna see.
It's the stiffest.
Just saying, man.
Yeah. I just hope they can like give their like the body back to the house to their families to bury them properly. That would be pretty sad, man. Xiang quickly ran away before he raised another hand. The silk root Ruyi, right?
弱野.
Ruyi. Ah.
Yes.
Oh.
And it's okay if Roye continues to appear. By the end of this story, I'm pretty sure you'll be able to say Roye properly.
Ruyi. Right?
Yeah.
Okay. I note it down. Probably gonna remember it.
It's like ro.
No, I just say
Roar.
roar. Like XD roar.
Roar.
Yeah.
Roar XD.
Yeah.
Roar.
It's close
yeah?
enough for me to remember.
Okay, yeah, that's true.
Yeah.
All right.
Okay. Where were I? The still Roye followed him in a flash of faint rainbow lights. Ah, cute. Before it silently gay rights. Roye said gay rights. It's
Roye said gay rights.
Yeah. It's
another reason why Roy.
Yeah?
It's another reason why Roy is on the top of the best bandage list.
Yes. Still the best boy. Before it suddenly fell onto the ground, creating a huge white loop. Xiang yelled at the villager who was still running about in all directions. Everyone, get into the ring. How big is it? The group of people hesitated as they ran everywhere. But Little Ying quickly supported that bandaged teenager and stood inside the circle. After thinking for a moment, Little Ying ran out again and dragged inside the little youngster who had fainted. Ah, she's so nice, and was currently lying on the ground. She's nice. At this moment, another bride jumped over the edge of the white loop. She stretched out her hand to claw at them, but was like she was separated from the inside of the loop by an invisible wall. Little Ying realized that the brides couldn't hop into the loop no matter what they did. Hesitantly cried, "Everyone, quickly come in! They can't enter the white loop!" Upon seeing this, other villagers promptly began rushing over like a swarm of bees. It was fortunate Xiang made the silk ruyi, right? But
Roye.
yeah.
Yeah, it's not yi.
Become a few times longer than its original length, so that the loop would sufficiently large. Otherwise, he would have to worry over whether or not people would be squeezed out. The bride.
Wait, how does this work? Wait, no. How does this work? Like, what do you mean by silk roye had made the silk roye become a few times longer than its original length? So, like, what is the original length? As in, like, so original length is like when it's resting on him, or like?
Yeah, it's resting on him. I think it was only a length, arm length, I think.
Maybe.
Yeah, it was mentioned when it's the first time it ran. It's fly out to attack the base slave.
Yeah.
Yeah, it was mentioned
but
once.
Holy shit, Roy, you can shapeshift?
Yeah.
Question mark. As in shapeshift as in like extend. Okay, sure.
It's pretty nice.
Also, it says at least the wording here implies that Xie Lian is the one that made Roye longer. So unfortunately, our theory of Roye being a sentient being is becoming less and less credible, but it's still something that I would enjoy seeing. Anyway, yes.
Oh, but this is nice. The brides couldn't jump into a loop and knew they wouldn't be able to touch anything inside. Simultaneously turning around, and they smiled sharply at Xiang and began rushing over to him. However, Xiang had long been waiting for them, taking out a whole lot of veils from the inside his sleeve. 4 or 5 pieces of red cloth began spinning in his palm. Dude, he's straight up doing trick shot. His feet move unceasingly.
4 or 5 pieces of red cloth began spinning around in his palm. How the hell are they spinning in his palms?
Probably using some power, I guess.
But he doesn't have power.
He was borrowing some from Nangfen before, remember? They do a high five.
Oh, okay,
remember?
fine.
So
I'll just accept that,
yeah.
I guess. Like, cause the thing is, I would have been okay if like they said that the red cloth was spinning on his finger, because it's like a legitimate Chinese
thing.
art.
Yeah, you can do that.
Spin a cloth on your finger. because I've done it before.
Nice.
But I don't know how people spin it on their palms. Like, what the fuck? But okay, never mind. We shall not question that. Okay.
His feet moved unceasingly, and his hand didn't rest. The moment a bride charges him, he would accurately cover her with
Trick
a veil.
shots.
Trick shot! After a bride's
Trick
head
shot.
was covered, she would begin groping around in a blind and sluggish manner. Those veils that spun around the sky really dazzled people's eyes. Xiang tossed and flung the red cloth in a skillful and easy manner, those veils flying out in the air like red shadows. Ooh. You're really doing trick shot, dude.
Wait, pause. See, here's the thing. So far, we know that Xiang, number one, is able to have a bandage, like, do bidding for him. So, like, Roye is, like, a thing that he can control. Number two, he actually throws these cloths, like, way too easily. So, speculation currently is that maybe Xiang is actually just able to control, like, cloth-like objects.
Okay.
So, yeah, so there would be a canonical reason, like, why he was actually landing all these trick shots with ease, because...
Sorry, hold on, my mom called.
Oh, okay, yeah, sure.
Hello? Hello? Đang ở nhà, nhưng mà chờ con chút xíu được không? Cỡ 10 phút nữa gọi lại con nha.
Oh no, everyone else is doing.
Yeah.
But yeah.
Alright, I'm back.
Wow, that was fast.
I was just telling my mom that I'm in the middle of something and we'll be right back.
Oh, I see.
Okay.
Yeah, so I personally think that it's possible that Xiang just has a power of controlling cloth-like objects. That's just my guess for now. Because, like...
So are you saying... Hold on, are you saying that Xiang is actually Akutagawa?
Shut up! Shut up! Oh my god. No! I hate that you made that parallel, but it's true.
It is.
It's, oh no, Xiang is slowly becoming Dazai, but Akutagawa.
No, but he is more advanced than Akutagawa, because Akutagawa is only control closet on him, but clearly Roye is far away from him, so I guess.
Oh my god. More advanced.
More advanced.
I hate this comparison. No.
Okay.
I must live with what I have brought upon myself.
That's your bad, not mine.
Yeah.
Alright.
Yeah, but it's just my speculation. So dude, but if that's really the case, like if my guess is right, that he can actually control cloth-like objects. Alright. I probably will not be able to stop calling him like Chinese Akutagawa from now onwards.
God dang. You should. He started as Chinese Dazai, and now he's Chinese Akutagawa.
Chinese Akutagawa. See, man, at first you start with bandages, you're like Dazai, and then like if you can solely control it, you become Akutagawa. That's just how it works, in my opinion. Oh, and also context. Does everyone here know Bungo Stray Dogs? Because if not, what we are saying is probably very foreign.
Okay. But it's okay.
Yeah.
It's okay.
It's okay, yeah, but the context is just Dazai and Akutagawa are people from Bungo Stray Dogs. And Dazai is someone who is just wrapped in a lot of bandages. And Akutagawa is someone who has the ability to control, like, cloth that he wears on him and use it to attack or protect. Yes. So, yes.
Okay.
Oh my god. Yeah, okay, we can continue.
The people in the white loop, actually couldn't stop themselves from loudly cheering and applauding at the scene. Do it.
Oh, okay. Wow. I just realized majority of people are still guys, because I was gonna do like a very high pitched voice, but I realized that's probably not very good. Great!
Amazing! Truly too amazing!
This skill has been practiced before, right?
When Xialan heard this, he habitually blurted out, "Not bad, not bad. Those who have money, please tip me. Those who don't, please watch and support me for your enthusiasm, huh?" Only after he said that was that he realized something was wrong. The words he used to say to his audience after a performance actually slipped out of his mouth. Thus, Xialan's words quickly came to a halt. Why he had been speaking, a few more brides began hopping up. Every jump of theirs were at least 7 chi tall and carried them 3 zang far. In a flash, they arrived in front of Xialan with a puff of rotting stink. Ew! Xialan bounced off his feet and also propelled him into the sky. In the air, he quickly mapped the password to the spirit communication array 3 times before saying, Lingguan, the all-knowing, I have a question. Do you know if the martial god of the north, General Mingguang, has a close female friends? Ooh, Lingguan's voice echoed beside his ear. Your Highness, what are you asking this for? Xialan replied, right now my situation is a bit critical, to tell the truth.
Just a bit.
Just a bit, yeah.
Oh wait, okay, let's pause first. Ningfeng has to go, so yes. Woo! Goodbye, Ningfeng.
Goodbye.
Nice having you around.
Yes.
Have a safe day trip. I don't know what is time zones. Whoa! Alright, okay. Bye bye.
Bye bye.
Alright, yes, okay, sorry. Please, if you want to continue.
Okay. Where was I?
Lingwan,
yeah,
close female friend, Your Highness, what are you asking this for?
Yes.
Right
now,
yes.
my situation is a bit critical. To tell the truth, there's currently around 10 or so dead people chasing after me. Lingguan. Ah, that's terrible? Xialan. Not that bad. In any case, does he have any? I know this question is fairly personal and hard to answer, but so I didn't ask within the spirit communication array. However, it's required for my mission, and I definitely wouldn't divulge the information. Lincoln replied, Your Highness, you misunderstood. It isn't that this question is hard to answer, it's because Old Pei has too many female confidants. Uh-oh.
Oh god, what the shit, bro.
When you asked me that question so suddenly, for a while I didn't know which one you were asking about. Oh god. When he heard that, Xialan nearly twisted his ankle. God damn! Alright, then, within General Pei close female friends, is there someone that highly possessive, extremely prone to jealousy and has a disability somewhere on her body? Lincoln said, when you say it like that, I actually thought of someone. Xialan once again sent out 2 red bells, attracting another wave of cheers.
Attacking is just a cheers.
Turning around, he cupped his hands into a salute before he said, Please explain. Lincoln replied. Before OPS ended, he had been a general. On the battlefield, he met a female general from an enemy country. She was extremely beautiful and alluring, and her temperament was heroic and fierce. Her name was Xuanji.
Xuanji? I'm not sure. I don't know what the Hanyu is, but yeah.
Okay.
Xuanji.
Well, apologize if I butchered your names. Please don't capture me at the ghost bridegroom or something. Xialan echo. Sunji? Lincoln continued speaking. General Pei, this person, whenever he met a beautiful woman, even if he is holding a knife to his throat, he would still seek her company. Oh God.
Are you serious?
This woman led troops and crossed sword with him. But in the end, she was defeated. Sunji became a captive and was sent to an enemy camp. Taking advantage of her escort was unprepared. She planned and committed suicide on the spot. However, her suicide attempt hadn't been successful. A general had chopped her long sword in half of a single strike with his own sword and saving her. the elegant and graceful enemy General Pei later ascended and become General Mingguang. This General Pei,
Okay, cool.
this General Pei,
Yeah,
on one
sorry.
hand, was someone who always had tender, protective feelings for the fairer sex, and secondly, the outcome of the war had already been determined. Even if the two countries continued to squabble back and forth, it was impossible for the enemy country to make a comeback. Thus, he released Sun Ji, yeah.
Shunji.
Sun Ji. Now it sounds like it's
Actually,
Korean.
right.
Yeah.
Hine.
Yeah.
I just got interrupted. So like, you've been reading a lot of characters. We don't need to read for Lingwen, actually. Like, cause so far in the entirety of chapter 10, ever since the youngster died, I have not voiced anyone at all.
It was accidentally. We didn't plan
Do you
this.
want me to voice Lingwen?
Yeah,
Do you
sure.
want me to
Yeah,
voice
sure.
Lingwen instead?
But
Okay.
this part is still narrated. Yeah.
No, no. I thought this part is still. No. Okay, no. Yeah, this is still narration.
Yeah,
Okay,
yeah.
okay, yes.
Thus, he
Okay,
relived
fair.
Sun Ji. Well, over the period of time, a certain situation would gradually emerge, and what happened after was extremely easy to imagine. At this time, a bride grabbed Xielan right leg. Her 5-finger tightened until they were nearly dug into his skin. Xialan was just about to kick her when he suddenly realized at this angle he would have no other choice but to kick her face. In his heart, Xialan thought that it wasn't good to hit a girl face. Ah, said a gentleman. Thus, he changed his
Yeah, it's a
position and
gentleman.
kicked her shoulder before throwing out another veil. He replied, "That sounds like a beautiful and admirable story," Lincoln said.
Oh yes, okay. It was originally a beautiful story. However, what went wrong was that Shenzi became adamant in becoming General Pei's only lover for the rest of their lives.
Oh. In 2 steps,
What?
Xialan leapt and
Okay.
climbed onto a roof. As he looked down upon 5 or 6 brides that continued approaching him, and he wiped away some sweat and said, "In the first place, it isn't wrong for a woman to wish her lover would only love her for the rest of their lives." Lincoln responded.
I don't even know whether the voice I gave her was okay. I'm just gonna assume that it's okay, cause like, yeah.
Just
It indeed isn't wrong. Yeah, just what?
yeah, just she looked like a calm person.
Yeah, it indeed isn't wrong. However, the two countries were in a state of war. On the battlefield, everyone was ruthless. Originally, Shenzi and General Pei came to an agreement of having a short-lived relationship. They were completely willing to only have the present with no following morning, where they would talk about romance and not chat about war. Moreover, for old Pei, if I speak frankly, if he doesn't lead you on with another woman, it's already not too bad.
Oh boy.
However, that Shenzi was a noble woman from a general family. Her personality was extremely fierce. For the things she wanted, she wouldn't let go, even if she had to kill them. Wow, Yandere alert.
Oh my god. Wait a moment. Xialan quickly cut Lincoln off. Tell me first, is Sunji disabled or not? Where is her disability? Is her
It's her. Okay, sorry.
Okay.
Yeah.
When Lincoln said those
When
words, her voice suddenly came into a rapt halt. It was truly too annoying. Every time Xialan was about to hear a crucial point, the little spiritual energy he had borrowed got completely used up. Next time, it seems that he had to ask his informant to say the main point first. In the middle of a leap, Xialan quickly tied up his thought once again. If the bandaged teenager was not the ghost bridegroom, then every villager had already confirmed with each other that the ghost bridegroom had mixed into their group. Then the only remaining place it could hide in was within the pile of brides. When he had hid in the group of brides himself, the ghost bridegroom hadn't managed to notice something wrong. In return, when the gross bridegroom had missed itself into the corpses, he didn't manage to tell at first glance that there was an extra body. If he carefully thought things over, after the silk injured the ghost bridegroom, he only saw a cloud of black mist. Oh, it was a cloud of black mist. Oh, roll into the woods. There was no guarantee that someone had been hiding within the cloud of black mist. In fact, Xiang was afraid that when he rushed out toward the forest, the ghost bridegroom stayed within the dark mist and brushed past him before returning to the temple. By hiding within the forest leaves, it sneaked itself into the group of corpses. In that case, the ghost bridegroom wasn't bridegroom, it was instead a bride. In fact, she was a woman wearing a bride's wedding dress. What a twist!
I mean, it would. I feel like it isn't a twist because given the number of times that they have said, like, hey, the ghost bridegroom is someone who is selfish and wants to steal and he was ugly, so he couldn't get a wife, so he decided to steal other people's wives. Like, the number of times that they've said it, it's kind of obvious, I guess, that the bridegroom is actually not a bridegroom.
So you have a hunch.
But yes. Yeah, the number of times that they have said it, they said it like at least 3 times. And you're pretty sure that like there is some form of subversion of that expectation. Actually, my original subversion was that the bridegroom was not ugly. The bridegroom was actually incredibly handsome. Like, that was my guess of the subversion.
Yeah.
But I mean, by saying that it was also a bride, and be like, yeah, I mean, sure, okay, I'll just go with that. Yes.
Since she was a woman, a lot of mystery could be explained. For example, why the Maoyuan region didn't have any other Mingguan temples. It wasn't because the people didn't want to build one. No, it was because they couldn't build one. Little Ying has said, whenever they made the decision to build a Mingguan temple, the temple would always catch on fire for no reason before it was completed. That didn't sound very coincidental. So, the only explanation for it was someone that deliberately set those temples on fire. And why would someone set fire to unfinished temples under normal circumstances? It would be because of hate. However, within Mount Yujin, there was a Mingguan temple blocked from the outside world by a befuddling. Befuddling. I keep forgetting that word. Befuddling array. No one could enter it, yet the workmanship on the godly statue inside was really very superb. In addition, the preservation of the statue was very good as well. Why was that so? The ghost bridegroom wore a wedding dress herself, but she couldn't bear to see smiling brides within Mount Yujin region. Again, why is that the case? After connecting all of the clues, other than the desire to monopolize someone and extreme jealousy, Xiang couldn't think of any other answers. And thought that weird noise that sounded like something heavy was being dragged across the floor with a wooden stick wrapped around thick cloth. There were truly sound of footsteps. Xiang, oh, she probably missing a leg.
Oof.
She probably missing a leg, like the wooden leg. That's why it sounds so weird. Just a theory.
Yeah,
Xiang could only think of one possibility. He had already covered all of the brides chasing after him with a veil. Thus, Xiang was finally able to fall back onto the ground as he lightly released a breath. Then, concentrating on his attention, Xiang got up to count these brides. 1, 2, 3, 4, 10. 7 brides had hopped into the forest, with none chasing after him. 10 brides had their heads covered by veils again because of him, and they're all here. In that case, there were still 1 more bride that still haven't appeared. Right at this moment, from behind him, Xiang heard a familiar and strange thumping noise again. Slowly turning around, Xiang saw a very short, small figure appear within his sight. He sucked in a breath and thought in his heart, sure enough, it's like this. The short and small woman in front of him was dressed all in red. there wasn't a happy atmosphere surrounding her, and instead, she only looks mournful. However, the reason she was short and small wasn't because she had a petite figure. It was because she was kneeling on the ground. Both her legs were broken, but her lower legs hadn't broken off. Instead, she had been walking this entire time using her knees. In fact, the weird thumping noise Xiang had heard was precisely because of this bride's broken legs as she hopped around and moved. Oh god, Ooh. It wasn't worse than I thought. Oh my god.
Wow. Okay, this is wonderful, I guess, in a sense. Like, it's always kind of more fucked up than you think. It's kind of like Dororo in a sense.
Yeah.
Yeah. Yeah, cause like it's like Dororo, cause the enemy is like, yeah, they're doing something bad, but also like on their side, it's like it's not so good for them either. So it's like no one's right, no one's wrong in a sense. Mm-hmm. Yeah.
And although
okay, yes. We will not be continuing the next chapter.
Yeah, I know. I was about to say that we ended almost right on the dot.
Stop here. Oh yeah. Okay, so we're gonna end it right.
Yeah.
But I'm just gonna have a few more thoughts and stuff about where we are right now. Okay. First thing, the bride's legs are broken. God damn. But also, the question now lies in, why are her legs broken? And I feel that the possible answer is that our dearest general here broke the girl's legs. That's my guess.
No.
Honest.
For what I think, if he indeed break her legs, that fucked up. But also, if that the thing, she wouldn't be this kind to her statue. You know, there's a bit of hatred.
Wouldn't.
There's more of a jealousy.
That's true.
Yeah, it's more of a jealousy thing because she's not having a good chance with him, and he's jealous of the happy brides. But what I think is actually her legs were broken because of the people from her country, because they were at war. Maybe they found out that she and him have a relationship, even though it's brief. So they kind of like breaking her legs, so she would never like go into war again. And she is extremely.
Yes. Okay.
Yeah, she's extremely angry because she could never like go to war or meet him. Yeah. So it's just a theory.
That's a very interesting theory. I like that also. But personally, I would think that would be like more fucked up if the general was the one to break it. But then again, as you say, it's kind of hard, or rather, it wouldn't make sense if the general was the one to break it, because that would mean that there'll probably be some form of hatred.
Also, if in case the general break it, and she is still this kind to his I'm not going to say it's kind, but it's like not breaking his statue first of all, and although she burning out all of the other Mingguang temples in the town, this one is still staying. I think she is. If it is the case, then she would love her. She would have loved him a lot, like a lot. Yeah.
I would. Okay, I would. Okay, if I wanted to make things really fucked up, I mean, this is kind of the route that we're going now. I'm assuming with a lot of things that we've read. So here is my. Even if it is not what is going to happen, here is like my fucked up AU, so to speak. Let us bring out the angst. Okay, this is my fucked up AU, which I do not think will happen. If it does happen, okay, congrats, I guess. But if not, yes, AU. The general breaks her legs, and she is. Because they say that she has a very like fierce personality, I would still think that there is a possibility that she is still in love with the general. Because here's the thing, like, yes, the general may have broken her legs, but the general also did save her life, if you think about it.
Yeah.
Because because okay, when they say a general, it's probably not the general. Is it implied it's the same general? I'm not sure,
Yeah,
but
I don't know.
yeah, but it's just that there's a possibility that she still loves the general, especially if the general was the one that saved her life. So like there could be this mindset of like, hey, yes, he broke my legs, but he also saved my life, so I'm still gonna love him anyway. That kind of thing. Similarly, yeah, and I feel that yeah, with that kind of mindset, then everything else is still, and I guess another reason why she would not be she would not be good with happy brides is because maybe she does realize that her relationship with the general isn't very good. Like she was probably left to cry in the ground with broken legs after the general probably ditched her. So it would explain why she really hates happy brides, because her own marriage / her own relationship didn't turn out well, and like she ended up like crying, or being left for shit. So it would also explain why she is not like good with happy brides. And I think that in general, but I that the action of burning up any Mingguang temples and keeping the only Mingguang temple behind the array is such that is that at least in her point of view, or at least in her side, she is the only one that is able to be with General Mingguang. Yes. So yeah, and she would still like cherish and love him, even if it's only in a scenario that, Mingguang is actually just a very detailed statue. But at the very least, even in this scenario, even in this scenario, then it would still result in, hey, at least I'm still alone with General Mingguang. That kind of thing. So I wouldn't say that it's completely impossible for General Mingguang to have broken her legs. But I also feel like it's not the most likely. But if it is, then it will be kind of fucked up on the girl's part as well as General Mingguang's part. Because, like, you could say that, hey, General Mingguang would probably have all the right to say, the crazy bitch attacked me, so I, broke her legs in self-defense. But everyone just knows that just isn't how it kind of works, because self-defense is not breaking other people's legs. So if that was the case also, it would kind of contribute into painting General Mingguang to be of an even bigger asshole than he previously was. But then at the same time, like, I guess people wouldn't also be able to fully fault him, because the girl, what's her name again? Xuanji, right? Because Xuanji was, a crazy ass bitch. So, like, it's like, yes, he is kind of an asshole, but also not really, because he had a right to do what he did, that kind of thing. That's where things will get morally grey, in my opinion. And also, yeah, I think that it would be interesting characterization, so to say, for the it'll be an interesting characterization for our dear general here and how it progresses onwards. But actually your theory is also wholly possible. If your theory happens, then it just really means that the writer is just trying to make people feel sad for the for the bride before she probably gets offed by Xie Lian or something else. So yeah, either way, it's still good. I mean, no matter what the circumstances are behind it, we all kind of established that it's pretty fucked up. But I would personally prefer it to have been the general to have broken her legs, because I feel like that would be more fucked up on the girl's part. Also, like, everyone would just be like, wow. And it will just further drive the message of, wow, the generals in heaven are shit, I think lah. So yeah, that's it. That's my theory for now.
I'm just still a bit like thinking why that Xiang thought about Sunji have the disability. That's the one other thing that I'm thinking about. Like, why did he come to the realization that that person might have some disability?
No, it's because in the temple, like he heard. Okay, I didn't notice the detail either. But he heard thumping sounds, like when the ghost was coming closer. I'm just gonna say ghost, like, but we all know who we're referring to. So, yeah, when he heard the ghost coming closer, he did hear thumping sounds. So, and then like it was like they said it was like something like a wood like wrapped around in cloth or something. So, like from the way that the ghost walked, I think he just kind of deduced that, hey, this person probably has a disability because they don't sound like they walk normally.
Yeah. They probably don't sound like they walk normally.
Yeah, they don't. So, there's that. Yay!
Alright.
This concludes the end of chapter 10. Hooray.
Hey, at least this time we completed 2 chapters. Yay!
Yeah. Yeah. Anyway, I enjoy... Is it enjoy? I'm not really... Well, not enjoy, but I guess I kind of appreciate that as the story goes on, we are able to see Xie Lian getting... Xie Lian isn't completely removed, or he hasn't completely forgotten, like, his roots of being, like, a prince that was adored by the crowd. I think that that's kind of a cool detail to add in. And I also think that potentially it's a lot of angst material, so we'll see how that works out. Yeah. Definitely, he's gonna have some issues with it in the future. I'm very sure about that. There's no way that is wrong. Because if he doesn't have any issues with it, like, he is not a proper character. At least that's what I think, lah. So,
I think he still feel like sympathize on certain things.
Yeah.
Okay, we should be wrapping up things.
Yes, we are. Thank you for coming through the first recorded curse cast, but the second curse cast that has actually happened. Yes. Alright, so... for now, I'm just gonna say this for the people that are listening right now and the people that might listen later, that the next one gonna be happen during the weekends, or perhaps on Friday nights for the folks in the US, or the Saturday morning or noon for the people in the Asia time region. So hopefully this time around we all can join a little bit more. So I hope more people just give us like a reaction to our reaction, you know? Yeah.
Because it's very interesting when we are like talking about something and then someone in the chat is
it's like the people that know. It's like the vibe is basically like, it's like seeing Hine and me read Tian Guan is like watching like kids like bounce around and be really excited, and you're just like, wow, when I grow up I want to be successful or something. And then like everyone else is like someone who is like old and has like gone through shit, and then you just look at the kids and you're like, haha.
Rude.
Like, rude. They know not yet what is to come.
As how Anne usually say, as, oh, you sweet summer child.
Oh yeah. Oh, you sweet summer child. Yes. Okay. Thank you all for coming to Cursed Cast 2 episode 1 question mark.
Yeah.
1. Okay.
Yeah, 1.
Thank you for coming to episode 1, and
thank you for even thinking about listening this
staying
far.
The whole way.
Yeah, thinking about it, just not even because when you're like listening to it live, it's a thing, but when you listen to it like later, it's like a commitment. Yeah. So thank you very much for if you're listening this far. Thank you very much for the people that stay. Also, thank you very much for the people that come in and come out. Because everyone is welcome here. I appreciate this very much. Right.
Thank you very much, and we'll see you next time.
Yeah.
Good lord. Okay, this is it. Alright, goodbye.
Alright. See everyone later.